Can I start a business with no money? Zero, zilch, no cash, nothing at all. Can I start a business? That, believe it or not, is a question that I've heard more than a few times, and I got to believe that some of you out there can understand that question being asked, because maybe you're thinking that yourself. Hey, Lou, I've got a job. I'm not making a lot of cash. I want to start a business, but I don't know how to do it. Can I do it with no money? Well, the answer is essentially, I'm going to say basically, yeah, you can do it. There are certainly going to be limits on the type of business that you can start. There's going to be limits on how fast that business will grow, but you can do it. And I'm going to tell you why I know you can do it, because I've done it. My very first business was a cleaning service. It was a home cleaning service. I had a guy that was a pretty cool guy that I really liked, became a buddy with. He actually worked for me. I was a manager at a financial institution. And the guy became a friend, and he had started businesses, and he and I got to talking, and I ended up starting a business, and with no money because of his inspiration. And I built that business up. Now, we had no cash, or I had no cash, so that business didn't grow very fast, but I started it. And it was a cleaning service, as I mentioned. I got a couple of clients by posting up flyers, and then that thing grew. I got more clients. I ended up hiring a crew to do the cleaning and built that business up. And yeah, started from nothing just by doing the work myself and advertising it. Now, another thing, I had a graphic design business, which I started. I had an Apple computer that I bought. I bought a printer, got a loan from it. I was working a full-time gig at a firm, and I started to just do graphic design. I bought a book, read about graphic design. I really didn't know about it, but I love design, so I did that. Put out flyers, went to print shops, picked up a printer who started giving me regular work. Another printer gave me regular work, and then a third printer gave me regular work. And before I knew it, I was swamped with work, and I had zero money to start that business. Zero money. As I said, I did have a computer and a printer that I ended up buying on credit, but I had no money. I do believe it can be done, but I believe, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, there are going to be limits on what you can do and how you can do it. A friend of mine who is successful, he is a reseller. He goes to garage sales with a small amount of cash. He buys stuff. He puts it on eBay or whatever sites. There's another site that he uses now. But he puts it on different sites, and he resells products, and he's built up a very large inventory of products. And he actually started categorizing it. He buys some stuff from World War II that he sells. He buys some games that he sells, some music that he sells. He has categories, and he's built up a business, but he started with very little money. I mean, so yeah, it can be done. It just depends on what you want to do and how you want to do it. But don't let the lack of money stand in your way, because you can do something. You just have to be creative sometimes. And I was creative in my businesses, and I mentioned my graphic design business. Well, that business evolved into to a monthly business magazine, which evolved into a chain of business magazines, which evolved into a multi-million-dollar business. It can be done. It took 5 years to get there total, but it could be done in 5 years, by the way, is not a lot of time, in my opinion. So if you do have any questions about this, well, you're welcome to email me, lou@sidehustlerules.com. You can check, email me, check out Over 50 TV. That's a channel I started really with no money. I didn't really need any money. I used my iPhone to shoot the videos, but it does work. You can start a business with no cash, but again, there are going to be limits to it. So speaking of business and starting a business, I did announce last week, I have a workshop. The workshop is called How to Start a $1 Million Business from Scratch. In that workshop, I'm going to explain how I've done what I've done. I'm going to tell you about the concepts, the strategies that I've used, strategies that I know can work in business. If you're interested, it's got all the information you're going to need about it. It's going to also have the price there. And also, you are welcome to email me and ask me any questions. I can do a Zoom call with you if you're interested in learning more about my workshop. So that's all I got for you on today. That's today's daily rule. Today's daily rule: can you start a business with no money? Absolutely. Come on.